What's going on, everybody? I appreciate those of you that are hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. Those of you watching the replay, though, that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. So when we do these live chats, you can take part right along with us. So, rainy, gloomy day. I had it on the desk to wear at some point in rotation. Why not? Bulgari Man Rain Essence. First full wearing. Clean, musky, watery herbal tea fragrance. Smells familiar to other fresh tea fragrances without smelling exactly like any specific fresh musky tea fragrance. It's good. I do like Glacio Essence better. I did say that in my Scent of the Day Shorts video that I put out not like less than an hour ago, roughly an hour ago, something like that. I like it. Really like it. Don't love it. It's somewhere in between. Like I like Wood Neroli more than this. Wood Essence a little bit more. Glacial Essence more. I'll wear this way more than Man in Black. They're all good. They're all at least pretty good in the line. I've yet to Extreme's really good. I've never come across a Bulgari Man flanker that wasn't at least solid, like 7 out of 10 or better type of stuff. And it's kind of where I put this one, in that 7.5 out of 10 range. It's solid. I got to spend some more time with it. I'll do a full review on it, but it doesn't move me the way Glacio Essence do. For those of you that remember when I got Glacio Essence, I couldn't stop wearing it for like 2 or 3 weeks straight. I was wearing it, every couple of days at least. Some days, back-to-back days, where I was loving Glacio Essence. This one hasn't spoken to me the way that has. But it's still good. Still a good fragrance. So that's what I'm rocking today here on this gloomy, rainy day. Let's see who's doing what in the chat. So not the usual. Let's start whatever topic around 10 minutes. Fragrance haul came in from Fragrance Buy today. I'm going to save that. Came in like an hour ago. I had already set this up. I was like, I'm not changing it. I have 2 fragrances from the Gate Fragrances that I need to unbox still. What else? Let's figure why the hell not. It was a great conversation with George yesterday. Thank you to everybody that was there and is here today that can read this, or anybody watching the replay. George had a good time. I had a good time. It's always great to have these table talk type of things and give the stories and the inspirations and all that good stuff. To check it out right here. So now when I do my Scent of the Day post, I can actually show it. So yeah, there it is. A gorgeous 4-ounce bottle. I'll probably wear it again Sunday because I'm going to put out my video on Monday. So I'll probably wear it again Sunday. Maybe Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get to the chat, though. We're just going to chop it up, do about an hour roughly, and let the conversation takes us beyond. We'll see how it goes. Good to see you, Montrese. Kerosene, super excited for Black Rose. Have a 4-ounce order, debating on ordering another. So I literally just talked to George like 20 minutes ago. FYI, and this does not mean rush to get it. You'll just have to wait till the fall. But he's almost out of the 4-ounce. He doesn't expect it to make it to launch on Monday. Based on what he's got left and the current sales trend, he expects the 4 ounces to be gone by Monday. So if you got it, good. If you don't have it, look, not the end of the world. Don't feel like you're going to miss out. It will come back in the fall. You just won't have it for now. Or you can get the 2-ounce. There's still some 2-ounce available. But I figured I'd let you guys know, speaking of wanting to get a backup, this is not a pressure. Go hurry and get another one. I want to make sure I'm very clear with you guys. Do not run and get it. It's not the end of the world. But I wanted to put it out there. If you were waiting till, I'm going to grab it on Monday, or I'll grab it. Might not be any left on Monday. As far as the 4-ounce, there's still some 2-ounce left. But 4 ounces is hot and popular, as you can imagine, because of that plate. Seeing the artistry, creativity, and passion Jeezy puts into his art is so beautiful. We don't ever get to see that side of the world, and that's why we love Jeezy. Scent of the Day's Trahan from Electimus, great fragrance. And yeah, I call him the unicorn for a reason. He's a very unique individual, I have to say. Good to see you, Drew. What's going on, Ryan? Guerlain L'Homme Ideal L'Intense, my favorite by a small margin. I do like the Extreme quite a bit. Just got home from work and ate some chicken strips. Dipped them in a mix of sriracha and Chick-fil-A's avocado lime dressing. Beast. Well, thank you for letting us know. I bet that was delicious. Nishane Hachivat, good to see you, Adolfo. Hit that like button on the way in for sure. Absolutely. Terrence, good to see you. ATH Guapo, acknowledge me. Hitting. I'll give you the sideways one, because when they put it in the air, it's like that. But they do the one like this too. So I'll give you your acknowledgement like that. Any of you that aren't wrestling fans have no clue what the hell we're talking about. Do as Black Widow, Black Phantom. I do still have that one. That is good stuff. Very well done. I agree. It is a good clone of Black Phantom. Under a snowstorm right now in Nebraska. Oof. Hard to hear that. Ani X. Great. Really good. I'm still debating on if I want to add it to the collection. I have a decant. It is fresh Ani. It does smell really good, I got to say. Crazy for Oud by Mancera. Okay. 2 more hours until the start of my weekend. I haven't worn that in a long time. I've done a full review on that one. That's a beautiful, sweet tiramisu cake-like fragrance mixed with oud. It doesn't sound like it would work, but it is good. We talking different today. What's going on, Dame? How are you, man? Dior Homme Cologne. Funny enough, as in today's video, it's right here still. Can't go wrong with that. Joel, good to see you, sir. Ryan Epps is in the house. Pleasure as always, sir. Ferragamo Uomo, speaking of tiramisu, great choice. What's going on, JJ? 8 and Bob Egypt, that's a classic. Oud Noir from ATH, another ATH fragrance in the chat. Great video yesterday with George, much love. Yeah, it's always good. Before you knew it, an hour and 45 minutes had passed by. Just us taking one of our conversations and having an audience and giving some insight. You know, it's I was telling him earlier, it's an honor and a privilege to be his friend, first and foremost. I cherish the friendship, but to be privy to these things and be able to have these experiences through the process with him and be able to share that information with you guys. It's an honor and a privilege. It really is. And I appreciate you guys coming check us out and supporting the channel, supporting Zaharoff. It's awesome. No other way to put it. It's awesome. We greatly appreciate. He appreciates you guys from the Zaharoff standpoint. I certainly appreciate you guys as far as this channel is concerned. Why is that Blue Electric? I haven't worn that in so long, Kaylin. It has been quite a while. Man, I couldn't even tell you the last time I wore it. Only here for a couple of minutes. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Joel, nonetheless. Scent of the day in Cali is Hawass. That's a damn good fragrance. Hype's earned on that one. What's going on, Sean? One more golden anniversary by Roberto Cavalli. Juan Ochoa's in the house wearing Sicily. Ooh, you're showing out today. That's a really good freshie. Beautiful yellow florals, citruses, fruits. It's a good fragrance. AJ's in the house wearing Jubilation 40. Ooh, okay. I haven't tried it yet. I've heard good things. Dan, not the man. Day 5 of Zaharoff week with Signature Tobacco, his bestseller to date. Thank you for Wild Fruits. Man, I'm ready for the spring. Like, I'm so seasonal. Like, I don't really want to wear too much fresh right now. Don't get me wrong, there's some density to this. I could totally wear it right now. Like, I got days in the low 40s coming. I want to still wear my heavier stuff. Warm and resinous, spicy stuff like this, for example. I want to wear the warmer, spicy resins, ambers, heavy florals, smoky fragrances. I want to still wear those because before you know it, poof, my cool weather's gone, hot and humid all the time, and I'm rolling through my multitude of freshies. So, but once spring rolls around, man, you're going to see this one popping up in weekly rotations because I want to wait till I can wear. I want to spend more time with some of my newer Manceras before I revamp that top 10. Because it's going to change, and I have a feeling I want to give it its due. Haven't spent enough time with it yet, but I have a feeling fragrances like this are going to make their way into that top 10 because it really does it for me. It's good stuff. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Love I know you do, sir. I know you do. Noel, good to see you. Intense snow day today, wearing Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Also sprayed Sauvage Elixir on my wrist, just cuz. Why not? Huh? That's definitely cutting through the cold. I bet you don't smell Mercedes-Benz Club Black anymore. Sauvage Elixir for Native as well. Royale Triple X for Ryan Epps. Body Oud Sublime. That's a beautiful fragrance. Finally picked up a bottle of Imperium. Can't wait. That's good stuff too, man. Really good stuff. You know, on the test strip, for those of you that were here in that live stream when I first sprayed it, I didn't get the Aventus tie-in. But boy, when I got it on skin, it was like, okay, now I get it. I need mixed with Aventus. It makes total sense. No sin of the day. Just chilling. Hope you're doing well today, though, Antonio. I know you had that car accident. Hope your day is going good. Hey, every day is a good day, man. Selfish of me to complain. Just popping in for a minute. Hope everyone's doing well. Fragrance du Bois, Oud Blue Intense. Good to see Jason. Ensemble La Prouvé. Is that how you say that, Pat? Kamarakawa. Beautiful. Spices, coffee. Not as much sweetness as the original. So I'm trying to make my way. I know I'm getting behind pretty quick. But I appreciate you guys for being here. I was watching the replay of Black Rose reveal. Those bottles are stunning. That 4-ounce plate is a damn masterpiece. I agree. Looks like Carnage. That's fair. That's definitely fair. I get what you mean by that. It is absolutely stunning. Let's see if the autofocus will work for a change. Nope. Doesn't want to adjust, so we'll force it to adjust. It is stunning, man. Now you guys understand what I've been talking about for all these weeks about wait till you see this plate. It delivers. So does the scent. Can't wait for you guys to get your bottles. Monday. Everybody's stuff's going out Monday. All right, let me get caught up. Noah's in the house. Coming up on a year. Wow. Victory Elixir. Yeah. 8 months. You've been a member from the start. Damn, it's been 8 months of the channel membership already. That's wild. Speaking of, I'm going to do it this weekend. I hadn't had an opportunity to really sit down and focus and put together some fragrances for you guys to vote on for the membership. So I'm going to do that this weekend because I won't be doing any streams on Saturday and Sunday. Now, next Sunday, we will do a stream because next Sunday is my birthday, and I stream on my birthday. So I don't typically stream on Sundays, but we're going to do a birthday stream. I want to celebrate with you guys. I'll be 39. Old fuck. Getting old anyways. So we'll do that next Sunday. But normally, I don't really stream on the weekends unless certain circumstances call for a stream on the weekend, which doesn't happen often. Victory Elixir, for those of you who don't know, that fragrance he did win from one of the member wheel spins that we do in the members only live stream. Florida Fragrance Guy, good to see you. Absolute Instinct, underappreciated. That fragrance never got the love I feel it deserved. Good to see you, sir. Diorum Intense for Billy. You, sir, smell incredible. Sweet Iris. Velvet Pomegranate by Banana Republic. Nice unisex release. If you know, do you happen to have a rough idea when Coco Loco and Signature Rose 4-ounce? I'm not sure. He hasn't told me. I really don't know. I'd have no issue telling you guys. I just don't know. Citrine's coming back like late spring, beginning of summer, and it'll be in a 4-ounce. I'm not sure when Rosé is coming out in 4-ounce. Trust me, I'll be the first one to tell you guys, hey, look, Rosé in a 4-ounce, because I'm absolutely, and I won't even be spraying it. I just want to have it because the plate's magnificent. It's just like, it's not the same plate, but it's the Rosé design, the swirl rose instead of the spiky rose. It's because I've seen the prototype, the final prototype, last time I was in Chicago. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. But all of them will be in 4-ounce eventually, all the standard releases. And so for those of you that got confused, because I've been seeing comments, I've been seeing posts on Facebook, the 4-ounce bottles will be filled in France exclusively once he's completely open in Europe. You'll still be able to get the 4 ounces here because he's going to have some stock shipped to him to ship domestically. So that's what George was saying was in the future, the 4-ounce bottles will say made in France instead of made in Chicago. The 2 ounces will still be filled here in Chicago, not here, but in the States here in Chicago. And the 4-ounce will be all of them, all 4 ounces will be filled in France, but he will import some 4-ounce bottles back to the States so he has them to sell domestically. So I thought we were clear. Clearly we were not clear enough. So I wanted to make sure to I'm using the word clear again, but clear that up a bit more for you guys, that because apparently there was some confusion when it came to the 4 ounces and the fillings and everything. You'll still be able to get them. They just won't be filled here in the future. I told him, I was like, man, I wish you wouldn't even said that. We save that for when the time came, because it created some confusion, but we tried to clear it up in the moment. And I guess we didn't clear it up well enough. But trust me, as soon as I get that information and he's cool with me sharing it, I will gladly share it with you guys. It'll be in a live stream. This is usually where I give any updates on anything, is in live streams, because it's all spur of the moment stuff on the live stream. Oud Lemon Mint is an absolute beast, sir. Just got Afnan Incense Eau Parfum. Don't even know what fragrance you're talking about. Are you talking about Not Only Intense? Try again, my man, because I'm a little confused on what you're saying. I know there's more than one. I've never tried that one, though. But I don't like Cuba Prestige Black for sure. Quick check-in, Terre d'Hermes Parfum. I still need to put that one on skin. I haven't been wearing it. It's really good, though. Leighton, excellent choice. Would like to get Ferragamo Spicy Leather. That's the only one I'm missing. Yes, same. I've heard good stuff about it, too. I haven't gotten around to it. It's the only one I'm missing in the line. So that's what I'm behind. So I'm sure you heard me. I'm going to set it up for this weekend. I'll probably work on that tomorrow and get those out. I think, what do you guys think in the moment? I'm going to ask, do you want to go after heavier stuff still, or should we start transitioning into springtime stuff? You know, I'm seasonal and I try to follow that according to the channel is how we go with these giveaways. So y'all want to start looking at some springtime fragrances and profiles for these giveaways? Let me know. Or we could stick to doing some heavier stuff for another round. What do you think? If I can get a few of the members to weigh in, that'll influence what options I put out there for you guys to vote on. Nuclear on initial spray, but after a few more wears, it loses its projection. Nothing specifically comes to mind, but at the oh Jesus, I see at the top George then gifted 50 memberships again, because it highlights. They call it fan funding on YouTube, so it highlights at the top of the chat on both sides. Jesus, so I'm way behind. Well, George is here apparently, gifting memberships. I guess that's him giving back. A very generous human being right there. But none come to mind specifically, Vince. Nothing that really rings a bell, because really when it comes to something that just seems like it's not projecting anymore, it's just you get used to it. Your nose fatigues. That's really the case. Have a good one, sir. Ooh. Didn't want to wash the hoodie. Had the last of my wash. That's tough. In the heat, I would want Aqua di Gio Absolute. Other times of the year, I would want Hawass, because Hawass is a little sweeter. For being a monster, it's a little too sweet. Like, I understand I like Le Beau Parfum, and that's a pretty strong fragrance, this sweet that I enjoy in the humidity. But it's much more tropical, whereas Hawass is more the bubblegum sweetness, different type of sweetness. I like Hawass not in the dead heat of summer. I like Aqua di Gio Absolute more in the dead heat of summer, but other seasons I would take Hawass over it. Hope that makes sense. So, guys, I'm going to skip down a little bit because clearly I'm quite far behind. There are the 50 gifted $4.99 memberships from George. Very generous, sir. So these are done at random. So 50 random people are going to get these memberships, and we got 100 people here in the chat. If you don't mind, guys, that just got here, hit that thumbs up on your way in. Let me click refresh. Because YouTube's bad. Yeah, we got half the likes to viewers. We're better than this. I believe in you. We are better than this. I want to thank everyone for the tremendous support and love. Thank you, Ross, and thank you, the TLTG family. Well, nothing but love and appreciation and respect over here for you and the brand, sir. Another one wearing Zaharoff signature pour home here in the chat. I forgot which paying for he has, but I know with Klarna, for example, Klarna you can use anywhere. You just go through Klarna's app, because I've used Klarna in the past. You just go through their app if you want to do that. But I don't remember what it is. Is it Zip Pay that he's got, or it might be the Google Pay or something like that. But there's a pay in 4 option that the Zaharoff website has. I'm just not sure which one. Let me look. I still have those black roses in the cart from making sure the code worked on the live chat yesterday. Shop Pay. Shop Pay is what it is. So they have a Shop Pay option to do the pay in 4. Oh, and for any of you that are just used to the link giving 10% off for Black Rose specifically, I had somebody message me earlier and show me his order. He ordered Rose and Black Rose. He only used the link to give him the automatic 10% off, and it only discounted Rose. So to get the 10% off on Black Rose, you have to use the code TLTGZhead to get the extra 10%. Just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. I actually didn't even let George know that. But yes, just for those of you that were wondering, if maybe you tried and it didn't automatically give it to you, you got to use the code for Black Rose. All right, so dang 39. Oh, wow, I'm that far behind. Well, so guys, I just want to let you know I'm going to skip way ahead because I am so far behind. So there's your answer for the Rosé and the Coco Loco 4 ounces. I have not. I know EQ is a huge fan. That's his favorite. That is his absolute favorite. All right, so guys, I apologize that I'm gonna slowly make my way down, but I'm gonna start skipping ahead. Well, it depends. Your situation will vary because, like, when I was at Toyota for a few months, when I went to San Antonio and gave Toyota a try, there was like 6 coworkers that were wearing Sauvage, and then I've never worked another place where they were all wearing Sauvage. So it all depends. If you don't smell Sauvage on a regular basis around you, go for it. Totally go for it. Just because it's so wild, heavily sold, doesn't mean in your area it's saturated. You got to look at your specific situation and don't look at the big picture. Look at your picture. Does that make sense? So if you typically don't come across smelling anybody or anybody coworkers, friends, or anything, they wear that, man, go for it. Make it your own. All right, let me skip down a little bit. Heavier stuff for the giveaways. In Detroit, don't see the weather. So there's one vote. I'm going to catch a few of these on the way down, hopefully. So there's one vote. A little of both. That's fair. That's fair. At least one more month of the heavy. That's pretty much technically 3 for the heavy because Ryan's could go either way. I'm going to go with that. Let's do another month of the heavier stuff, the more dense fragrances, and because it's going to be fresher stuff for the next several months after that. So we'll do one more month like that. All right, scrolling down. George has Afterpay. I used Afterpay. Well, there you go. So there's an option for Afterpay as well. I will use Afterpay. There you go. So I believe George will weigh in, but I want to say beginning of summer was when he said. He'll have a 4 ounce available for Citrine too. It's either late spring, beginning of summer. It's right around that May, June time frame, I think, is the target for Citrine. George will correct me if I'm incorrect. Oh, come on now. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't gone through the checkout process over there. What's going on, DJ? I'm doing well. Scrolling down. Okay, I used the link, and it worked for Black Rose. You didn't use the code because it didn't work for this other gentleman. It's best to use the code just in case. Okay, so yeah, he does have Afterpay. Okay, I got you. Balls of Steel, you gotta love the name. The link and Zhead. No, 21st. That's why I was saying, like, typically I don't stream on the weekends. That's why I'm gonna do the voting polls for the fragrance giveaways for the members, for the member live stream at the end of the month. I'm gonna do that tomorrow because I was saying I don't stream on the weekends except next weekend, not tomorrow or Sunday, but the next weekend. My birthday's on the Sunday on the 21st, and I always do a birthday stream. Since I started live streaming, I think this will be my 3rd birthday stream, I think. At least my 2nd one. I know we did it for sure last year. And I want to do a live stream with you guys. Might have some people pop in and out, have a couple of guests. Be a good time. James, how are you, sir? Oud Maracuja. Fuzzman says both. Did YouTube ever get back to you about the different prices and subscriptions? No, I haven't heard anything from them. It's kind of weird that it does that, huh? And then when I click join, it's the usual prices. $4.99, $9.99, $24.99. It's kind of weird. I don't know whether to get Le Beau or Le Beau Le Parfum. What would you suggest I get for the summer? The fresher of the two is the DDT, obviously. The sweeter of the two is definitely the Le Parfum. But it's also stronger. Lasts a little bit longer, a little bit more tropical because now you bring pineapple into the fold. It's got more depth. It is the better fragrance, in my opinion. If I was only getting one, I would want the Le Parfum. But some people do like the original more. Then we have Paradise Garden coming out. It's got ginger, and it's a different take on the DNA. Still has the coconut and tonka bean, so who knows what that's going to end up being. But I would pick Le Parfum personally. I really, really love Le Beau Le Parfum. Best advice, and you know where I'm going with this, is if you can locate decants, because I decant. I had a 5 ml decant of Le Beau Le Parfum before I bought either bottles, EDT or Le Parfum. So if you can sample it first. Dior Homme Parfum for James, one of the greatest fragrances of all time. I'm not going to argue that point. It is just better. 3 best panty droppers for under $30. You don't believe that crap now, do you? You're joking. You're trolling with that question. Come on, man. Ain't no girls smelling a fragrance and pulling their panties off. And if you're getting with girls that are pulling their panties off because you smell good, you better wrap it up. That girl gets around. Okay? It's a metaphor thing for smelling really good. It's a clickbait title. That's more shallow hypothetical fodder than anything else, because I can't speak for all women, but most women aren't pulling the pants down because you smell good. I'm not saying there aren't women that shallow out there. That's what I'm saying. I can't speak for any women, let alone all women. But come on now. You can't be serious. You're joking. You're trolling with this comment. Or question, I mean. I mean to be that guy. I just want to make sure the giveaway went smooth in shipping, but I haven't received the giveaway package yet. Just want to make sure it wasn't lost. Drew, did you win the other bottle of Aurum? Because I was trying to remember who the hell that was, because I was waiting for George to get back. You were the other bottle of Aurum, right? I'm assuming that's why you're asking, because I couldn't remember who it was, because that's the only thing that hasn't gone out. So let me know, because, yeah, I need to get that out to you, because I could not remember who it was, because George just got back 2 days ago. My card only selects shop pay as the option. I don't think I can change it. Get the Le Beau Le Parfum. Another vote on that. Yeah, I don't blame you. Can I get a description of Black Rose? Note breakdown. I miss it. You didn't watch yesterday. We did an hour and 45 minutes talking about that fragrance. Come on, Mike. Come on now, man. It's a resinous rose, rich, warm, and spicy. Loads of Sri Lankan black pepper. Very dark rose, olibanum, smoky, but it does not smell at all like rosé. Wildly different personality. This is now your nose, well, at least mine, George's too. Your nose will wear out on this one. It's strong stuff, especially very early, and you'll be like, oh, it's fading. It's getting weaker. Your nose is just getting weaker. This is a potent fragrance. You're going to see tonka bean in the note breakdown. In fact, let me show you the note breakdown. Where the hell's the card? Here it is. You'll see tonka bean in the note breakdown, but it's almost like fodder, because you just don't smell tonka bean. So there's the note breakdown right here for Signature Rosé. Got black pepper, basil, bergamot, Turkish rose, black rose, a cashmere blend of cedarwood and musk, amber, tonka. Yeah, sure. Cypriol, which does add an earthy tone. Olibanum's heavily featured. The oud, the Chinese oud that they typically have in most of the fragrances in the Signature line, warm wood feel, no funk whatsoever. Labdanum has a rock rose ambery feel to it, vetiver and musk. So even though there's musk listed twice in here, it's not a super musky fragrance. I would say main notes here are definitely the black pepper basil, both roses, the woodiness, the amber, the cypriol, the olibanum, the oud, and the labdanum are going to be the most prominent featured notes to create the accords. Warm, ambery, resinous, very spicy, smoky rose. Very spicy, super masculine for what it is. Way, way more masculine than rosé. Good to see you, Justin. Legend EDP. Modern Oud by Morse Parfums will have you losing your mind. I've never tried it. I have never tried it, sir. Greetings. How are you, Cyrus? Paid total after taxes for $160. I wore Triumph of Bacchus today. Rainy, really cold day. And I wore it. I work on a hill, so heavy wind. It literally smells like I'm on. Okay, you mean I'm on an adventure. Like Respite from the storm. Respite. Is that a word I'm just not familiar with, or is it a typo? But Triumphobacchus is amazing. Moral of that story, beautiful, fruity, boozy tobacco fragrance. One of the best. You're probably on an Apple device. That seems to be what everybody's been telling me, that it shows up different on the Apple device. Google is charging extra to cover the cut that Apple takes on transactions made through their apps. There's your explanation, guys. That makes complete sense. That totally makes sense. So best advice would be get on a desktop, a laptop, anything, and do it from there, I'm assuming. That explains why I never see those prices, because I have an S22 Ultra and my desktop and laptop are Windows operating systems. I've only had one Apple product ever, and it was an iPhone 7 Plus, and my brother works for Apple. It's actually pretty high up at this point. He's gotten 3 promotions since he's been there, but I'm not an Apple guy. I'm just not. And my brother's been there for years. To the point to where he works remotely for Apple. Like, shout outs to my brother. My little brother's doing big things. But I'm not an Apple guy. I know so many people are, but that makes total sense. They're very proprietary, and it's a privilege to use their products, and that makes sense that they're going to charge Google a cut as a privilege to use their devices for this. So that makes sense. That makes sense. What's going on, AR? AR reviews are in the house. Bless Baraka from Initio. I hope you enjoyed it. Have you tried it before? Super powdery iris, very sweet, very elegant. I see you have the suit and tie in your avatar. I'm assuming that is a picture of you, and it totally will work 100% perfectly with that getup. Just gonna get 2 ounces of rosé and Coco Loco, but I can be patient and grab those for us. Yeah, I mean, if you want the plates, yeah. If you want the affordability, 2 ounces is the way to go, especially if you have large collection. 2 ounces is all you're going to need. Just keep that in mind. Any of you that have large collections, you don't need the 4 ounce. It's not a need, because you won't go through that 2 ounce easily. Even if it's one of your favorites, you have a ton of fragrances, right? So keep that in mind. Which, might as well look at the 2 ounce while we're at it and we're talking about it. The 2 ounce bottle really lets you see what's going on with this juice color, because this is a natural juice color. Helfeti Signature Black Rose. Then you can see it coming through in the back. Black frosted rose and thorns. Man. And that cap. Hand painted. It's a hand painted cap. But you can really see the detail of that color. That is a natural color. It's deep, like purplish. It's like a purple red. Almost like whoops, wrong one. I picked up even Mystique. This is actually in the same vein of the cap, but more purple. Because purple red was the actual name of the color for the color code on the Evening Mystique cap. When I was looking through swatches to pick the color burgundy I wanted. It's called purple red. This is even more purple, dominant purple type of red mix. I appreciate you nonetheless, David. Thank you, my man. He said Citrine was coming back potentially. Yes. So May, June-ish. Beginning of summer into spring time frame. He's putting it back out. Been a lot of demand to bring it back. Back is my sin of the day in the hospital. I hope you're just visiting someone. Everything okay? You smell great. What tier is the gold star on the membership? No, that's not a tier thing. That's just its level of months. It changes every month. Let me look at real quick. I'm gonna go to YouTube Studio and look at which one gold. I know they have yellow. Let's see. Memberships. So it's yellow. That's after 6 months. Gold is the gold, yellow, however you want to say it. That's after 6 months. So that doesn't change again until 12 months. It turns into a burnt orange. Yep. Because new members have blue. 1 month, this sky blue, like an aqua blue. 2 months is a teal color. Then after 6 months, you get to that gold yellow star, and then it's another 6 months before it changes again at the burnt orange, which is at the 12-month mark. For delivery, I have Renaissance in mine. That's funny that you say that. I blame Justin too. Renaissance is in my package. I didn't open it yet. I bought Renaissance. I bought So Iris Intense from Montal too. I've been wanting to get that one for a couple of years. Finally got it. I got some goodies in there. I got like 6 or 7 fragrances, maybe even 8. Got the new Club de Nuit Intense Oud, the Oud Herba Pura clone they put out. That's in there too. Giving the dad talk right now. Come on, Frankie. Come on now. You know, dropping panties, basically just 3 faves on her. See, you got to word it a little bit better, man, because I'm gonna take it literally, and I'm gonna give you my literal answer. I'm gonna be very literal with what I have to say. Favorites under 30. It depends on where you're shopping for the prices, but I'll just go based on what I've paid for some of these. But without question, Lattafa's Body Out Oud Honor and Glory. That's my favorite Lattafa fragrance right now. That's actually under $30 now. I think they have it for like 26 or 29 was the last stock. Last 2 restocks at Fragrance Buy. So that's at that kind of price point now. Where is it at? I wouldn't call this a panty dropper or anything like that, but Bois de Yuzu, I've been raving about this from Karl Lagerfeld. $17, man. This makes me happy to smell. The citrus here is beautiful. It's got a little bit of zest to it. It's not super spicy, but just enough to give it this zest. Clean and woodsy. Beautiful fragrance for $17, seriously. For the money, there's so many good ones out there. It's only 2 that really come to mind right away. That's like stamp of approval. Check these out. You know, what's going on, Bilbo? After. What does after mean? Because I don't see another part to the comment. Carl and Drew, check out as a guest, and I was able to find Afterpay. Okay, there you go. I sent that out. Drew. That went out with everything else. Post office is pissing me off. So I had 2 hoodies from 9 Line Apparel that I ordered, one for my wife, one for me, before Christmas. It's been in Pensacola purgatory since December 28th. Finally, they're like, I reached out to them to let them know, and they sent me out another package, and it's getting delivered tomorrow. But post office is something, man. I'm gonna have to check the tracking. I got the receipt in my car. I'm gonna have to go check the tracking. Damn, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I sent it out last week. Yeah, that was last week I sent those out. Like beginning of last week, Wednesday of last week. What's today, the 12th? Yeah, it was Wednesday of last week I sent those out. You should have gotten it. You absolutely should have gotten it. Day 3 fragrances, Ambar Dominicano. I keep missing the GZ Lives. I've been wanting to ask him what's the latest. So, not for a little while. I have no option for samples here. Not for a while. It takes time. He's been working on it for quite a while. Make sure you get the 4 ounce plate. I feel like one of the weird people who really like certain rose fragrances, but not a fan of rosé. Damn, and I love rosé. Looked up and found half a used Tester bottle of Profumo at Sephora, and they sold it to me. Well, damn. Good for you, my man. Good for you. Gentleman EDP. That is a double type. And yeah, I don't know the timeline. I don't know if it's not in the immediate future. That I do know. What would you call your fragrance name if you had a fragrance in lineup to sell to the public? Or you guys want to tell them? If I was to create my own fragrance, what would I name it, guys? If I was to create a second fragrance, what would I name it, guys? You want to tell them? Let them marinate for a little bit. Smells like a tavern is the better word I would use. TOB smells like the place you would go to get out of a storm. Jesus, I cannot type. Hey, it happens, man. Typos happen. Appreciate it. So after paying, I'm definitely copping my second Zaharoff fragrance, Coco Loco. Don't get to use code TLTGZhead because at noon Central on Monday, that pre-sale price goes up. Code will still be active. You can still save 10%, but this is the rarest of occasions where he allowed me to have my code active and it was at pre-sale price. It never happens, guys. It never happens. I was shocked. More signature leather. Tobacco during yesterday's stream with GZ, and it was kicking all day. Yeah, that's a monster. Stupid Apple. Oh, yeah. Proprietary stuff, man. They're proud of it. A sample of Mancera Black Noir. Don't tell me nothing because I'm going to get a bottle of it. Don't tell me nothing. I will get that this year. That's on my wish list. Rest days do you think are optimal for? I'm taking 2 a week, but I still do cardio on one of the 2. Like I don't on Sunday I take an off day, but Wednesday I still do abs and cardio. And then for those of you that are curious, some of you know, especially if you follow my Fitness IG page, but instead of February 1st, me and my coach were talking 2-3 nights ago, and we decided to go ahead and do a 20-week prep instead of 16 weeks since it's my first time. So I'm starting prep Monday. We already have the new meal plan reworked. She's changed a few things, changed some portions. It's a taper off over the next couple of weeks to really get into the nutrition where I'm going to be at for a while. And it's an adjustment every couple of weeks. But the avocado, I don't like avocado. She was asking, is there anything in the meal plan currently you don't like? Avocado. I just don't like eating avocado. So those are removed. My daily avocado is gone now. Cut back some of the grams on the oats, on the rice, on each meal that has rice. That's been cut back. One of the meals with potato is gone. The potato is gone now. So it's just one meal with 100 grams of potato. I don't have the meal with 200 grams of potato anymore. So we're just slowly making adjustments. So anybody that was curious, which I'm excited to cut some weight. I'm big as shit right now. For my frame, I'm big as hell. Muscular, tons of water and everything. You can see it in my face. My face isn't near as lean as it was. I'm puffy, you know. So I'm ready to cut down. I've put some size on, but I'm ready to cut down. But everybody's different. Some people over time can get away with minimal time off and do active recovery where you're still doing some stuff on your days off without lifting real heavy. So it all depends. But I would say optimally, it's probably best to have 2 days off, maybe every 3 days or something like that, every 2 to 3 days, depending on how heavy you're lifting and what body parts and everything. Nutrition and good sleep. They're going to matter a lot too. A lot. Inspire me with my fragrance journey. Peace. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. More of an Android guy myself. Yeah, it's just easier. Tobacco and Evening Mystique. Yeah, Evening Mystique's about to be gone. Bottle's fucking dope. Yeah, hell yeah, it is. Both of them are. They're both really nice. This is the nicest 2 ounce of the 2 ounces because of that frosted print and that juice color. This is the nicest of the 2 ounce bottles. And obviously, this is the nicest 4 ounce bottle Zaharoff has. He outdid himself this time. Really did. And Hawass. Hell yeah. Finally home. Good to see you, Neil. Pretty much. He released it summer before last because Coco Loco was this past summer. And then now Citrine's coming back for this summer. And it'll be gone through the summer, I'm sure. Hey, got to have that 4 ounce of Citrine. I got my 2 ounce right here. All these old ones coming back, and I'm just going to wait for Privé and Blue Zaharoff. There you go. Wish I could snag Citrine. Well, I mean, the time's coming. I mean, that's months away. Oh, it's a need. Got to have those plates like a collector. Look, I get it. I just don't want to smell like the hospital. All right. Got a decant of Chapard Cedar Malaki. Yes, tell me more. I'm at the gym and can't stop smelling my hand. I don't blame you because this is a beautiful fragrance right here. Smooth, well-blended scent. I don't have anything that quite smells like this. I'm going to buy a bottle. Yeah, it's. I have not put it on a shelf. It has not gone to a shelf yet. It stays on this desk right here. I constantly pull the cap and smell it. It's got Invictus Elixir and Womo from Salvatore Ferragamo. Couldn't believe none of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever made your citruses. Well, I debated on it. I looked at them, actually. It's funny that you say that. But I wanted even more citrus dominance. That was the point of the video, was like, it's mostly citrus, these fragrances. Like, there's not a whole lot of depth in the majority of these outside of like citrine. Citrine's by far the most complex fragrance in that list. And then the hybrid from Making Sense. But this is loads of fruits and citrus. But everything else is like very, very citrus dominant. So even though those feature prominent grapefruit and bergamot, especially Forever is just dominant grapefruit, I prefer Italian Love, and Italian Love's got a lot of patchouli going. So it's just as much of a patchouli fragrance, a patchouli mixed with an aquatic, as it is a citrus. So that's what kind of helped, because I stared at them and thought about it. It's funny that you bring that up. You know me well enough, apparently. EDP, my collection leans heavy on the cool weather scent, so need a good versatile fresh scent. Got a sample a while back. Smells like luxury soap. Good stuff. Bois de Ombre from Lagerfeld reminds me of the one EDP, super cheap, super pleasant. I want to get Bois de Vetiver from them because I really like Bois de Yuzu. $10 super chat from Matthew. I appreciate that, sir. Black Rose has my attention. Sounds awesome. Couldn't hang with Black Prestigium, though. Glad you enjoyed it. Have you ever tried Black to Black? No, I have not. Probably my favorite oud. See, I could see where a lot of people wouldn't like tongue twister. Black Prestigium. That's my jam, though. Super situational. I might wear it 5 times in the next 2 years. You know, because that's the weird thing about me is I'll fall in love with these crazy situational fragrances. Hardly ever wear them. I'll just pull the cap and sniff them. Maybe on occasion give my hand a spray or something. Then that's me enjoying them. Because I don't necessarily have to do a full wearing like how I'm doing a full wearing with this right now. I got 5 sprays around the neck. I don't have to do that to enjoy my fragrances. I can, if they're strong enough after being atomized, Exhibit A, I can pull the cap and just enjoy here, or give a little spritz on the hand, and I can enjoy it as needed, as I feel. I'll get wafts of it, especially the strong fragrance like this. I can taste it right now. It's so damn strong. I'm telling y'all, early, this stuff will wear your nose out. Potent. But I appreciate the $10 super chat, my man. Spices, rose, smoke. Gotta love it. I can't wait for you guys to get your bottles. It's great under 30. There you go. What's good? What's good with you, Bobby? No worries, Ross. I'll check around again. No, I'm gonna have to go check. Let me know real quick just which state you're in. You don't have to say your city. That way I know which one to look at. Which of the, because it's a receipt this big with like freaking 8, 9 tracking numbers on it. So just which state were you in? That's all I need. Lost my Hawas Ice from Fragrance Buy. Damn. Fun of me, and now they're sold out. I'm sorry to hear. They'll get it again. They'll get it again. I'm sorry, man. So today's Dior Sauvage. Every single one of them's good. I don't care what anybody says. Doesn't even matter which one you're wearing. You smell good. They're all good. It's hilarious because the other night when I shaved, I used my Sauvage aftershave splash. And when I walked up to my wife, she said, "What are you wearing?" And I told her, she's like, "You smell good. You smell real good." So there you go. Don't let people talk you out of it. It's a great fragrance. Been wanting leather tobacco and ordered Black Rose as well. Go Lions. There you go. Pleasure over business and morning clarity for your 2 fragrances. Yeah, there you go. Yes and no. Depends. It's much more of a blue fragrance. I had somebody got mad at me in my comments for saying it's very much a blue fragrance. How could you call that a blue? Shut up, pimpin'. Just move on. It's very much a mass appealing, crowd pleasing blue fragrance. Jesus Christ. You have to get mad at me for that. I literally, dude, like damn near cursed me out over it. I got a shirt coming in just for him. Y'all remember, you wrestling fans, when Chris Jericho was on his whole GFY thing, go fuck yourself? I bought that shirt. GFY. Might wash it every day and wear it every day. Because that's kind of where I'm at lately. Go fuck yourself. This reminds me a bit of Invictus Aqua 2018 with a little bit of like darker tones, like smokiness and stuff like that. Not exactly, but it kind of gives me that vibe. That's why I call it more of a blue fragrance than anything. Obviously, not everybody agrees with me on that, but that's the way I interpret it. This will pull some compliments for you, I'm sure. I mean, there's no guarantees. I haven't gotten a compliment because I haven't been wearing it, but I can see why a lot of people like this one. This is a more generic fragrance from them. Personally, instead of getting that, I would recommend Coral Fantasy more. This is a spicy apple tobacco that smells like a little bit of Ambroxan too. It's fresher than it may sound based on the notes. Coral Fantasy, I think, is a much better buy over Born in Roma Intense, personally. I think Born in Roma Coral Fantasy is the better fragrance. I haven't worn it in a really long time, but it's very incense dominant. It's the base for most of the incense heavy flankers in the signature line. Noir is the base because it's basically you remove the lavender from signature Pour Homme and some of the woodiness. It's more the orientals and a little bit of juniper to Noir. Noir has that darker feel to it, hence the name Noir, night. It's the most oriental take of the base DNA. It's kind of how you can look at it. Like I said, it's the basis for, like, that's the ground this was built on. That's the ground Rosé was built on. That is the ground Citrine was built on. Any of the fragrances that you find, or at least the ones for me, I can say, that feature prominent resins, heavy oriental, or mainly the olibanum, a lot of frankincense, typically Claude used Signature Noir as the base to build off of. Others have used Royale. All of them have Signature Pour Homme in them. I mean, Signature Pour Homme is where Noir came from. But Noir is much more used than you guys realize in these fragrances, more so than Signature Pour Homme is. Not really. I did do cryotherapy in the cryo chamber once a couple of weeks ago. It was okay. I didn't see a huge benefit, but then again, I only did it one time. I would like to do some ice baths, though. A little shock therapy action. I love the House of Men's Hair, as do I, sir. You ever smelled any small gray? I have not. It's a Montebaco clone. Noted. Can't remember, but I'll go with Summer Mystique. There you go. Yeah, that sounds like something I would name a fragrance, right? So KVG, we're all giving you a hard time right now. That's why I was like, guys, we should let him marinate for a little bit. So a couple of years ago, I did a collaboration with Zaharoff. It's called Business Over Pleasure, long discontinued. And then what's about to be discontinued by the end of the month, it's almost sold out, is my collaboration with Zaharoff called Evening Mystique. So I've done two fragrances. Master Perfumer Claude Deer perfumed them for me. They were made from scratch. My vision, exactly what I wanted them to be. Presentations are magnificent, all that good stuff. So yeah, I've been involved in creating two fragrances already over the last 3 years. Yes, I have been, sir. Often as I eat is as often as I do that too, which means your metabolism's working. You're digesting food faster. Yeah, indeed, sir. It's almost gone. It's almost gone. Like I said, it may make it past my birthday next weekend, but I'd be surprised, honestly. I can't say how many bottles are left for this thing. It's not much, man. Very, very, very few left. What's going on, Newt? Wearing Signature Tobacco while shoveling snow here in Michigan. Smash that like. Let them know. Cannot wait for the Blue Zaharoff. Me too, because part of my job, I felt it to be my job to make sure that there was no redundancy with anything else out there, that it was a unique blue, because you know how hard that is, guys. And they did it. Didn't take a lot of renditions either, but they did it. And when the time comes, I can't wait to tell you guys about it, because Zaharoff has an original blue fragrance coming, and I am so fucking excited about it. That's the next release. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited about the next one that's coming before that, but the blue. You guys know me, I'm blue fragrance guy, so the blue. That's a great everyday option. People are going to love that one. I know your blue expertise will be in okay with the fragrance scent profile. Look, I don't have any say-so on the design and the ideas for these fragrances. I'm just privileged to be able to test along the ride and give my thoughts, and my opinion seems to matter. So they did good. That's as far as I'll go with it. They did good. Good enough to where I'm not like, you can't release this. No, it's like, ooh, I can't wait for you to release this. That's where it's at. It's done and done. That one didn't take super long. It's the idea to do it's been going on for a while, but it didn't take Claude a really long time to make that come to fruition. Blue Chanel EDP, can't go wrong there. I bought the 4 ounce, had to have the plate. That 2 ounces beautiful too, might need both. I've heard people say it smells like Band-Aids. I've heard that a bunch of times. I kind of get it, but I love Gucci Go the Absolute personally. Next on my list is Ani and Burlington 1819. Maybe anything Jacques Foth is great, and they're pretty affordable from discounters. But Ani and Burlington 1819, man, if I had to tell you, just recommend one off of there, Burlington 1819. But that's not a safe play. I would encourage you to try that one first, because there's a chance you'll hate it. Just because a lot of what you'll see on the internet about it is praise for how amazing and complex it is, that doesn't mean you're going to like it. That just means it's respected and appreciated amongst people that love this stuff. That's all that means. That does not guarantee you will like it as an individual. So I strongly encourage you to sample Burlington 1819 first. With a no breakdown for modern oud, man. Sheesh, I can't stop smelling my wrist. Well, damn, Dame. All right. Just for you. Just for you, man. Let me do a screen share real quick. Just for you. We're going to be shutting it down here in a little bit. We're almost to an hour. We'll do maybe a little bit longer than an hour, but not much. All right, let's see. Whoop, didn't pull it up. Whoops. There we go. 2021 release. Let me pull your comment down so I can see. Decent ratings. Woody green, spicy, citrus, and aquatic. Had me and confused me when we got to aquatic because it was sounding great. So it's aquatic notes and citrus, so very watery citrus at the top, with juniper, cypress, and tomato leaf. Oud. I forgot what type of wood this is. Cashmere wood, hinoki wood. Sold. I just got sold. Okay, now I get it. That's got to be unique. I bet you've never smelled anything else like that. What made this fragrance is that hinoki wood for me. That note is a citrusy, somewhat boozy smelling wood note that mixed with the rest of that breakdown. Holy shit, Dame, I get it now. All right. I'm leaving that page up. I'm going to hunt that down. I hope it's not crazy expensive. I'm going to take a look. I got sold when I got to, I'm like, all right, very woody, hinoki wood. Okay. Sold right there, sir. Sold. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Dame. So what's the deal with this new fragrance? I don't know what you mean. You need to be clearer. Because if we're talking Black Rose, I've done that like 5 times already in this live stream and a dedicated hour and 45-minute live stream yesterday. So I don't know. Are you talking about something we just covered 10 minutes ago? Is that what we're doing? Or are you talking about a different fragrance? What's going on, Mikey? Good to see you. Rosa Sloan. Just don't have enough summer freshies. You can never have enough freshies. Come on, man. Easiest thing to have an overabundance of. Got 2 bottles of St. Bart, citrus and mint leaf, and bergamot and musk. I feel like I'm missing some. Cool Water Intense and Cool Water Parfum being the 2. Killer Oud Cabana. I was thinking about getting till I can get Beach Hut. Not paying $360 when I can wait till discounters. So I'm sure it's pretty good. The Killer Oud line, the ones I have are pretty good, but huge difference in quality from Amouage. Huge difference. Got to keep that in mind. Bozzy Boz, how are you? Boz Cobra. We have changed it once again. I haven't tried that one. I think before it's all said and done, I'm going to end up getting a lot of those Malaki fragrances. Anna, good to see you. Been a little while. I think CM Punk will win the Rumble. I kind of hope not, but I won't be mad if he does. It's going to be him or Cody. I want it to be Cody because the end to this story is going to be great. It's a rare occasion that WWE is able to tell a story like this that goes all the way back to Dusty like that. So really hoping they do, because I want Seth and CM Punk night 1, Roman and Cody night 2. That's what I want, because I'm still sold on The Rock being at Elimination Chamber, because Australia paid for this Elimination Chamber. They're paying for it, their government, and they specifically requested The Rock. So I'm sure he's getting a ridiculous payday to do this, because he's going to lose to Roman. Now, look, if they do it at Mania, I get it. It's The Rock, carte blanche. I get it, but I'd rather see that. We could have our cake and eat it too here if we get him at Elimination Chamber and Cody and Roman, Seth and Punk at Mania. We can have it all in that scenario, you know? Columbia, I like very much your channel. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Spice Bomb Infrared EDT. But of course, which Mancera Freshie would you pick for life out of these 3? French Riviera. Guys, when y'all ask me these Mancera Freshies questions, if you want anything to be an answer but other than French Riviera, you got to leave French Riviera out, because it's going to be French Riviera every time. No matter what Mancera Freshies you put, if French Riviera's in there, I'm picking French Riviera. Just food for thought, because the last time I got asked this, like last week, something similar, French Riviera was in there, and I gave the same answer. Like, guys, if you want me to change it up, you got to leave that one out. You got to give me other options. Like those 2 and something else will make me think, because those are phenomenal. Sully, and Sicily are phenomenal. But for my taste and my personality, French Riviera is the one. I'm done pretending like I don't like Sauvage. I have a Dabber mini bottle of the EDP, and I have a sample of the Parfum. Those are so popular for a reason. I agree. Blue Chanel is a handsome, classy gentleman. I see Sauvage as an attractive, lively young man. Well put, sir. Well put. Boz with Venom. I'm in California. Okay, that's all I needed to know. That's all I need, because after this live stream, I'm gonna go get the receipt out the car. It's in the center console, and I'll check the number and see what's going on. I hope they didn't lose it, because I'm gonna be pissed. Because then it means I need to buy another bottle and pay for shipping again. Because I'm gonna get you your fragrance. You're gonna get your damn fragrance, but they're gonna hear the wrath on the phone. Because when people are not good at their jobs, pet peeve of mine. Woo. I hate when people are not good at their jobs. And losing mail. You're not good at your job. You're losing these packages. That's what you do at the post office. Mail. So it happens. Hate when it happens. I'm sure those of you, when it happens to you, you hate when it happens too. So for those of you that need context, one of the member giveaways, he won the bottle of Brioni Essential. I shipped that over a week ago, and he hasn't got it yet. So I'm going to go get that receipt out the car and go check that track and see what's shaking. Contemplating Black Rose. Aurum wasn't my thing, but I'll wear it eventually. Well, not everything's for everyone. Black Rose might not be for you. That's a bold fragrance. Does Black Rose remind you of anything? No, very specific. It doesn't remind me of Lyric Man. It's nothing like Rosé, nothing like Adonis Awakens. Somebody asked me about Oriental Rose from Vertus. Doesn't remind me of that. No, it's very unique. I'm not saying there's nothing out there in the world. I've just never smelled anything that does smell like it. Very unique fragrance, built from the ground up. Because it's got a very specific rose in it, Halfeti Black Rose. You know, it's a very, very specific rose. It's not the only rose note, but it's the featured note for sure. It doesn't remind me of anything specifically, honestly. Infrared EDP back in November 29th. It's been lost in the mail with no sight of it for almost a month now. Damn. I hate when that happens, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Neil. Not yet. Not yet. I have Boss the Scent Elixir coming eventually. It's coming from the UK. It takes like 2 weeks. Unfortunately. Why Cobra, you ask? Because some people think when I put sunglasses on, I resemble Sly Stallone in the movie Cobra. Well, thank you for letting us know, boss. Thank you for letting us know, you handsome devil. I love Citrine so much. Look, this and Rosé, 1A and 1B. Leather Tobacco being number 3 now. Leather Tobacco got bumped because of this. But I still say this is the best opening in the house. And I'll argue with anybody, and it's a taste and preference opinion. It's a personal thing. I get it, but I just can't understand how anybody could smell this and not tell me it doesn't smell great, phenomenal, amazing. It's such a deep, resinous, fresh citrus. Resinous, fresh citrus. What a great composition. Claude's so good at what he does. Claude is such a great perfumer. When he doesn't have boundaries placed on him and he's allowed to flex his creativity with the vision given to him by George. Man, I can say that for all of these releases. Boz Cobretti, I like it. Cold plunges are the way to go. See, I want to do an ice bath, man. I've never tried it. I want to do it. Give it a try. You'll not regret it. Listen to your earlier vids. Your interest theme had you having a stogie. No, that was a still image that DDLD, shout outs to Joe, had made for me from the Zaharoff signature tobacco review video that I did. I smoked that cigar for that review video because it was a Zaharoff cigar that came out at the same time as signature tobacco. I don't smoke. I stopped smoking cigarettes years ago. I was never really a cigar smoker. That was just the cool image of me that I think it was cool anyways that Joe Dry Down Lowdown made for me. That was it. It was my background on my computer for a little while. I was like, man, that's such a good picture of me. It came from my thumbnail for the review video. Big Fragrance World drop on Fragrance Buy just happened. I mean, just. There you go. Coral Fantasy has a fucking dumb name, but a great scent nonetheless. I'm not going to say it's a great name either, but the fragrance is great. That's all I care about. It smells great. Me and Justin's are still out there, but it's not going to be long. It's happening. It's going to be within the next few weeks. They'll both be sold out. Justin's, I think, he's got a few less bottles than I do, so he'll probably sell out faster than me. But yeah, it's about to happen. And then, yeah, all 6 that have ever been made will have been discontinued. Back to work for another hour, then I'll catch the rest of the replay. Cheers, brothers. Yeah, we're about to shut it down. We're minute 7. We shut it down about a minute 10. What is that discount code again? So I'll put it in the chat for you. If we're talking about for Black Rose, Tltg, Zhead. Yep, and that will save you 10% because right now the pre-sale prices are $130 and $170, which shakes out to $117 and $153. Which $117, Business Over Pleasure, Siren, Brass and Soul, the first round of Zed Creators were $115. So it's $2 more. Cost of materials skyrocketed. Like, I still can't believe George is selling these for this because his cost of materials is so much higher than it used to be. And then the $153 for the 4 ounce. Signature Pour Homme used to be in the 4 ounce bottle, used to be $155. It's a $195 fragrance now. You can get this for $2 less than what the original fragrance was years ago in the 4 ounce bottle. You won't see that kind of pricing happen too often because he normally doesn't activate my code, my 10% code during these pre-sale prices because he's already discounting it pretty heavily. Because here you got a $25 discount on the 2 ounce for the pre-sale and a $25 discount on the 4 ounce for pre-sale. And then on top of that, you can get 10%. That never happens. This is the first time. That never happens. But thanks for the super chat. No. So it's got tonka bean listed, but I don't smell it. I don't smell any sweetness whatsoever. Okay. Heading out. Have a great weekend. Also, Ross Ibn Fumé, $50 for the giveaway. 50 ml for the giveaway. Put it on the list, boss. Depends on how much it costs because there's a cutoff. There's a cutoff, my man. If that 50 ml is like $300, it's not going on the list. It can if I eliminate the second spin. That's the thing. We can either make more expensive fragrances or add more spins the more members we get at that tier. So you got to keep that in mind. You say your favorite. Oh, easily. This and Rosé. This and Rosé. Rosé is still my number 1. This bumped leather to back from second to third. Because Rosé is just so special to me. I don't think he'll ever put out a fragrance that I'll put above it. Everything else will just be the new number 2. if there's something that comes out I like more than this, it'll be the new number 2, and this will move to 3. But nothing. I think I'll be pretty consistent with thinking anything's ever going to get rosé off its perch. But yeah, for sure, the 2 rose fragrances, hands down, no question about it, man. Easy answer. So we got a little dip in bandwidth. Okay, it came back. Okay, good. I kid you not. I smelled it in my nostrils even when I wasn't around. I can imagine the scent. Ironically, every time I've tested Elysium, I've had to scrub it off. Maybe it's the leather end that doesn't sit well for me. Oh, damn. I'm sorry to hear that because those are phenomenal. Oceania is right here. I featured that. That was featured in today's video. Those are phenomenal. At least I think so. Vinny Havan. That's it, Ross. This is it right here. Favorite boozy fragrance of all time. Boz and I are going live following this stream. So you're just going to go sit there? Your avatar is just going to go sit there? Or are you going to actually get on screen and show everybody who you are for once? You should show everybody who you are, Bilbo. I know who Bilbo is. One of the few and the proud. Okay. Just pulled the trigger on both roses. Hey, congratulations is all I'll say to that. I don't know if you've ever, I mean, I know you haven't smelled black rose. I don't know if you ever sampled rosé. I hope you like rose and incense, sweetness on one, spice on the other. Black rose is a very spicy fragrance. Rosé is much sweeter. It's got vanilla bean and sugar cane. It's not crazy sweet, but when you compare the two, you will realize how much more playful and sweet rosé is when you compare it to black rose. Big time difference in personalities. 2 totally different like scenarios to wear. Similar seasons, but I wear rosé in the summer. I wouldn't necessarily wear black rose in the summer. It's a little too heavy. But rosé, I've worn in the summer many times. That's more of an all-around rose for me. Whereas this a little bit more situational, cooler weather. It's so stunning and captivating that it comes across very special. So you want to treat it as, at least for me, I treat it as such and wear it for set occasions, you know, not really a t-shirt and flat bill hat kind of thing, like my usual attire. Well, look, if you really want some good info, seriously, watch yesterday's live stream with me and George. The whole thing was dedicated to it. Seriously, we took the stories, the inspiration, the profile, we go in detail on everything. Seriously. I've got enough clones that do a good enough job that I'll never have it. And I've had a decant of it to where the clones are just, they do a good enough job. So I was like, I don't need it. Rare Carbon's a good one. Check the notes on Drunk Saffron. Love the name. Born to Stand Out. Seems right up your alley. Love the name. I haven't, but I love the name. 10-4. Jefe's Cigar. Especially Jefe's Cigar. I haven't worn that one in a while. It's funny that you say that because I literally grabbed the bottle like 2 nights ago and pulled the cap and sniffed it because I was like, ooh, I haven't smelled this in forever. That's a banger. 1984 is amazing too. It was the first Jefe's line fragrance, but man, you just want Cody to win. He isn't gonna, it's not his time yet. How many WrestleManias does he need to lose? Roman saved the company. They were losing money until his run started. They were able to sell it. Okay, that's how you feel. One of us is going to be wrong, and whichever one's right can rub it in the other one's face. Deal? I'm cool with you rubbing it in my face if I'm wrong. Just don't get mad at me if I rub it in your face if I'm right. That's fair? Finds me out 80 years after it even shows it in the news. Yeah, there you go. In the Cali, we're being hammered by snow, especially if it's ground. So it's USPS ground. It is ground. There you go. What's going on, Central Hub? How are you? Yeah, I know. I learned this yesterday in the live stream. You've definitely been an influence on my journey. I've seen your growth over the years, and you deserve the silver play. Well, I appreciate that. I'm very, very happy to have my Christmas present because that was all I wanted for Christmas, and thank you all for allowing that to happen. Mikey Dens. I don't know if you saw this morning's video. Had a little Juicy Maximus love in today's video. I still say it's your best fragrance. I don't care what anybody else thinks. That's my opinion. I think it's the best. Good to see you. So we're at hour 15. It's about time to shut it down. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Stream bottle's sexy too. The only thing I don't love about Zaharoff bottles is the atomizer. Wish they were pressurized. You never know. Maybe one day he'll evolve to that. They do fine for me. You know. Citrine. So it's very much an anosmia thing, and people will swear 10 ways to Sunday that citrine is weak. Trust me. We had to sit there and listen to people bitch on the internet about performance on citrine 2 summers ago. And that was why citrine went away. It's like, okay, I'll stop making it then. This is basically what happened. Okay, I'll stop making it then. What happened? Bring back citrine. We need citrine. Oh my God. I let it macerate. And I don't know what happened, but it's a different experience. People just like the bellyache. That's me being nice for saying people like to bitch and complain. Now, this isn't George speaking. This is Ross speaking, okay? And people were complaining and complaining and complaining. And my experience lasts fine. Not loudest fragrance. On George Zaharoff, though, it's loud on him like this is loud on him. I don't know what it is about his chemistry with citrine. That is loud on him for hours and hours. And with me, I find if my body temperature raises, it projects like crazy. But it's always lasted for a good while on me. 6 to 8 hour range. And for fresh as it is, that's great. But it also has depth, body, and heavier base notes. It's got incense. It's got heavy woods. It still manages to have a very fresh top, the way Claude balanced it when he was creating the formula, and when he blended it, he balanced it to be as such, where the top's very, very fresh, but still has enough depth and heft in the base to last long enough. So it really comes down to your skin chemistry, your olfactive perception on how sensitive your nose is going to be to it and how fast it'll wear out. But don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Hell, don't believe everything you hear from me, even though I'm being completely honest with you. Every time you hear me speak a word, doesn't mean you're going to have the same experience as me, is the moral of the story. So it's always comes down to stuff you got to try for yourself. Everybody's going to have a different experience. We are all the variable, as Justin likes to say. You are the variable. I am the variable, not the fragrance. More than words, probably not so extreme. Really enjoyed George yesterday. I ordered yours, Second Soul, and Black Rose. Support your channel. I appreciate that, sir. Amazing content. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy. I'm confident you'll enjoy all of them. They're all incredible fragrances. Everything you made a great purchase. That's 3 really, really, really good fragrances that are going to stand out in your collection. Very special scents for sure. Checking in late. Happy Friday. Plum and Cognac. Good to see you, Mike. What's your niche regret? Doesn't have to be a bad fragrance. Mainly just fragrance you shouldn't have bought for one reason or another. I don't really regret any of my niche purchases that I've made. Even if it's stuff I don't really wear, I don't really regret them because it's always for reference and to have the experience. And it was an in-the-moment thing. And I don't really have one. Seriously, I don't think I have one. Never tried any of their fragrances. Funny enough. Spring's a little ways away, but anything looking forward to wearing? Yes. Aqua Celestia Forte, first and foremost. I just got, it's in the box. I haven't opened it yet. In fragrance by order, Zaharoff Renaissance. And then also, speaking of Zaharoff, Neo. Look forward to wearing that for the spring. Got Neo right there. And probably Blue Matcha. This very much says spring to me as well. All right, so I'm about to shut it down in a little bit. I see Santa GZ showed up again. Yeah, 50, he did 50. He did 50 gifted memberships again. Deal. Fair. Look, I can take it. If you're right, I'll say you were right, and you can say whatever the hell you want, and I'll laugh it off with you, and we'll have a good old time. But just know if I'm right, I'm rubbing it in your face. And look, show you something. I'll show you something. Terrence Spann. show you something, sir. So at the Rumble, that is going to be the t-shirt. That is going to be the hoodie with the matching damn hat. And I got the one he's been wearing lately with the ICE logo. You damn right I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. I will be rocking Cody Rhodes stuff. Head to waist, because I'm not wearing any particular pants or shoes or anything that are American Nightmare stuff, but you damn right. And then for Monday Night Raw, I got some Rhea Ripley stuff coming in. I'm going to wear the Monday Night Mommy shirt. And I got Mommy's Always on top. And then I got All Rise for the Judgment Day. I got that coming in too. I've been buying a lot of wrestling shirts lately. And yeah, so I'll be Cody Rhodes out for the Rumble. And I'm going to Undertaker's One Dead Man show. So I'm wearing my Undertaker stuff that's with 9 Line Apparel. That's what got me into 9 Line Apparel, by the way, because Mark Calloway, the Undertaker, he's got a line collaboration with them. I've got his first shirt and hoodie that says some of his moves. It's the BSK moves list is what the shirt and the hoodie's called, and it says old school choke slam, last ride, tombstone. It just lists the 4 moves. I got the shirt and the hoodie. I know a lot of you don't care about that, but I know Terrence, we're doing some wrestling beef stuff right now. All I wanted for Christmas was to marry Jennifer Aniston, and once again, it didn't happen. Well, sir, I would stop asking for that for Christmas. Making sense. Doesn't this button lengthen the live? It'll buy you 8 minutes and 15 more seconds. That'll get us to an hour and a half. I appreciate the super chat, Mike. Thank you, man. Yeah, I want to shut it down an hour and a half. We did hour 45 yesterday. I still got to do some content for tomorrow. Like these late in the day type of things really carries me into 1 o'clock in the morning doing content and stuff because I'm usually editing late at night. Because I'll go eat after this. I'll film after I eat. Try to unplug. And I'll end up on my phone while I'm watching something. And then next thing you know, I'm showering and editing and all that. That's typically how most of my nights go. Some fragrances that just suck and don't last. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, the one that's about to get a bunch of good wear for a review is Boston Scent Elixir. I'm waiting on it to get here. I'm super excited for that. Because Boston Scent Magnetic, last year's release, that was one of my favorite releases of last year. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm a Cody Rhodes mark, I guess you could say. You think about Belichick getting canned. I mean, the inevitable, the inevitable. It's time for a change. I agree. So I don't want the Yeet shirt or the no Yeet shirt, but I'm a Jey Uso guy. But Jimmy Uso's been hilarious. They're both doing good stuff. But Jimmy's been funny as hell. And look, I've heard in the past that the funniest dude backstage is Jimmy Uso. And they're just putting it on camera in front of the audience now. Jimmy's been hilarious. But I'm a Jey Uso guy. I have my main event Jey Uso shirt. I don't have the Yeet shirt. I'm not getting the Yeet shirt. I'm not getting the no Yeet shirt. But I do like that it's Yeet and no Yeet. You go, Yeet. You remember that? And his phone rings. Yeah, what's up? All right, my bad. I mean, no Yeet. It's hilarious. They're doing some great character work with Jimmy Uso. Because Jay got over quick. Jimmy's getting over for people that are really into wrestling, not just the audience and the kids and everything. Like everybody wants to do the entrance with Jey Uso, but people that are into it, like me and Terrence, we're really appreciating the character work with Jimmy. And you, I'm assuming, because you're bringing it up. Clearly, you're into it as well. Have a good one, Neil. Always a pleasure. Darren J is in the house. What's going on, man? Great times. Sending love and good vibes. Just ordered Levels Above. That does look dope, I got to say. I do like it. Because I've been debating for over 2 years on getting some Roman stuff. But I never pull the trigger on anything Roman Reigns. I just don't. The Levels Above is dope. I do like his shirt it's a goat head of him with the one in the air. And it says greatness amongst you. Oh no, life isn't fair and still. That's what it says. Life isn't fair and still. And it shows him with the one in the air and the championship on his shoulder with the goat head. because people bitch that he always wins. It's like life isn't fair and still champ. I love it. I do really like that shirt, but I feel like he's losing this title here in the next 2 to 3 months. So it's kind of too late at this point to get that shirt. 1.5 is more than fair. 1.5 longer than the video I dropped in the last 12 to 15 months. That is correct, sir. John gifting a membership. We sure appreciate you. I wonder who got it. Oh, it's definitely going to be Jay. No doubt. It'll be Jay. They'll put a title on him first. But I got to say, after the Rumble, because what's going to happen, the feud's going to start. The build for Jimmy and Jay at Mania is going to start in the Rumble. I can't wait to be at the Rumble. This is going to be such a good Rumble. This is going to be such a good Rumble, man. Even if I don't get a returning Sasha Banks, I'm good. I'm going to be okay. I'm still holding out hope for Mercedes, for Sasha Banks. For those of you who don't know, her real name's Mercedes. I'm still holding out hope for her music to hit. Because I'm a big Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks fan. I've always been. Literally was watching her Stone Cold podcast episode before the live stream. I rewatch those all the time. I watched Cody the other day. Watched Bubba Ray the other day. I watch wrestling stuff all the time, guys. It's what interests me. You know, I look at the business differently as an older fella than I did as a younger fella. I don't think it'll be Solo yet. I think Jay's going to get like a U.S. title or an Intercontinental title at some point in the next few months after Mania. Maybe going into SummerSlam. Maybe that's who takes it off of Gunther. Because he's got to get in the main event title picture. It's time. He's outgrown the IC title. I have that one. Yeah, it's a dope shirt. That's like my favorite Roman shirt that's available right now. Good to see you, Steven. Virtus Vanilla Oud, you sir smell good. I think so. 25 to 30 bucks. It's hard to not. It's hard to not. Oh, I'm so excited, man. So I don't know what we're doing yet. I was talking to Jordan Omas the other night, getting situated for Monday Night Raw. We're going to Monday Night Raw as his guests in Tampa. But Saturday for the Rumble, we're meeting up beforehand. And he told me, I don't know what I can do, but I'm going to do what I can do. So we're going to do something before the Rumble. Fingers crossed my ass is walking down the ramp in the empty arena. That's what I'm hoping for, but I'm not banking on it. But I just want the most fan experience I can, right? Then the Rumble that night, Sunday, he's off. Me, him, and George Atkinson, Fragrance Prince. He wants to go do some fragrance shopping, so we're going to do some fragrance stuff. 2 fragrance content creators and the Nigerian Giant going to do some fragrance stuff. Then that night, by myself, I'm going to the Undertaker's One Dead Man show at the Ruth Eckerd Hall. I bought a ticket to that. Atkinson didn't want to go. All good. I want to go. I want to get the full experience. So I'm going to that intimate night with Taker telling stories. Of course, I want to go check that out. Then Monday we got Raw. So I'm super excited for that too. And I have no idea where we're sitting. I don't know if we're sitting ringside, if we're sitting cheap seats. I don't care. I'm going to Raw. The Raw after the Rumble, setting up for Mania. The 2 best Raws of the year after Raw, after the Rumble and after Mania. So, and the 2 best premium live events are the Rumble and Mania. So I'm just so over the moon excited, guys. We lost some viewers because a couple people, clearly, you know, about 20 people don't give a shit to hear me talking about wrestling. Actually, we lost more than that. All good. I don't care. I love talking about it. Solo's getting pushed hard. Has barely lost singles matches. Well, I think there's going to be a feud for Roman to put him over going into SummerSlam. I think Roman's not taking his big break till after SummerSlam. He's going to go away for like a year after that. I think it's SummerSlam. I think he's going to be the one to put Solo over so Solo can be in the main event picture moving forward. Good to see you, Dennis. Triple H, King of Kings. Philip Pleon style. Not an older fellow. Hey, 39's not a young man. I'm about to be 39 next week. That's not a young man. I'm not an old man, but I'm not a young man either. Nosy's in the house. What's going on, big dog? How are you? Dracar Intense, good stuff. Black Rose regular price. So 4 ounce, which is probably not even going to be available for launch. He's almost sold out. Will be $195 and $155, I believe. The $155 or $160 for the 2 ounce is what it goes up to. At 12 o'clock Central on Monday. Goes to regular price. Code still works. You'll still be able to save 10%. Right now is the cheapest you'll ever get it. Because it's the discounted pre-sale price plus the code works. Just pre-order Black Rose. So stoked. I hope you enjoy it. Hook him up, bro. Hook who up? What you talking about? What you talking about? Can't wait to see the vlogs with you and George. Oh, it's going to be hilarious. I'm a content machine. And George learned that about me when I went to Scotland and visited him. I'm all about the content all the time. Anybody that's been around me that's part of this community knows I'm down to shoot content all the fucking time. And if you don't want to shoot content, I'm going to film something vlog style. I'm going to get some footage. I love what I do, guys. I love what I do. And this is such a rare instance that me and George Atkinson's short asses are going to be with the Nigerian giant. It was 7'3" or 7'4", I forgot. But Jordan's huge. And we are short men. I'm 5'7", George is 5'6". We're not big guys. We are short guys, and he is humongous. So it's going to be comical. Like you guys have seen me in pictures with George Zaharoff. He's 6'4" and wears shoes that make him 6'6". Jordan, the Nigerian giant, Omos, much bigger than that. Much bigger. So I can't wait. This is going to be great. I can't wait to see Jordan, though. That's my guy. Finally get to hang with him. Also, you check out Mason Crivelli Oud Maracuja. A lot of people have been saying that to me. A lot of people. I grew up on WCW and WWE, but haven't watched in years. WWF. Well, yeah, that was a while back. Omos. Hook him up with what, though? I sent him my extra bottle of Kajal Masa not that long ago. He sent me some random shit, too. Let's see what we do. I don't know. He said, and I quote, he wants to go fragrance shopping. He doesn't just want to go sniff. He wants to go buy shit. So I'm going to make sure to have play money, as I like to call it, because I'm going to be paying full price at perfumeries for some stuff. But it's a memorable moment, rare, super, super rare occasion that may never happen again. So I'm down for it. I fully anticipate spending more money than I would like to for this weekend because I am buying some Royal Rumble on location stuff. I'm buying the Raw event shirt from that night. Like I'm getting the wrestling souvenirs for the specific events while I'm there. And I'm sure I'm going to buy something when there's a specific perfumery he wants us to go to. So I'm excited for you. I appreciate that. I'm super excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store type of excited. Who's loving your videos and recommendations. Jose, I sure appreciate that, sir. And with that, we just got over an hour and a half. We're hour 32 and a half. It's time to shut it down. I need to go eat. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. Thank you, George, for all those gifted memberships. I'm sure everybody appreciates that. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody that gave super chats. Any of you that are using the code and getting your pre-orders in for Black Rose, I appreciate that because obviously it's an affiliate code. I do make a small commission on that. I sure appreciate that. I know firsthand George Zaharoff greatly appreciates the love and the support. And I'm extremely confident you guys are going to be thoroughly impressed by this fragrance. There's no guarantees everybody's going to like this stuff. That's why you got to blind buy like this with caution. Samples are going to be available Monday for any of you that are iffy. Wait for the samples. Yeah, you might not be able to get the 4 ounce because he's selling through them like crazy. But the 2 ounce will still be available because he's got more of those left. And I think he filled more 2 ounces than he did 4 ounces anyways. And it'll be back in the fall. It'll get restocked. It just won't be restocked right away. So not the end of the world. Don't feel like you're going to miss out. Don't hurry to spend money unless you really, really want to. You know, don't feel like you're going to miss out. Check out today's video if you haven't yet, if you want to talk about some citrus fragrances with me. And I'm not sure what tomorrow's video will be just yet. I might do that fragrance haul. That fragrance buy package just came in. Weekly rotation on Sunday, and we'll be back live on Monday. So have a great weekend, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. Have a good one. Mouse is jumping around. I'm trying to go to end stream. Whenever you're ready, computer, there we go. Have a good one, guys.